feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me, and what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be f***ing sour, take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder. And f*** all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
Oiler Nation. How are you guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Gene. You guys are watching Lubed for episode 69 of season 3 for April 23rd, 2024 as the Edmonton Oilers take game 1. Oops, wrong button. That's the button. Yes, baby. Oilers take game 1. And in less than an hour, the Edmonton Oilers will head into game 2. But you know there's going to be some punchback from the LA Kings. You know that this is going to happen. Let's not be too discouraged if the result isn't our way. However, I have good faith that the result will go our way. Yes, I definitely do. Definitely do. We're going to talk about the game 1. Also, we had royalty in attendance. I'll get into that a little bit. I'm going to go around the league. So I'm kind of reinventing myself. You guys got to bear with me here as it's playoff time. I'm trying to find the right fit for content. I don't know if this is going to be a very... we'll see. We'll see where it goes with it. And then we're going to give you a preview of game 2. And my plan going forward is I'm going to come on an hour before game time. So the next time you'll see me is Friday night at about the same time, 6 p.m. if it is a 7 p.m. start. And this way it gives me a chance to really build up the credits or graphics and credits and all that kind of stuff to deliver content to you guys that I think is meaningful. I mean, a lot of the content you can get on the internet. You can get from different YouTubers. You can get it. There's so many media devices now to get it. So I try to find a different way to look at the game and all that kind of stuff with the Edmonton Oilers. That's kind of what my goal is. So I'm still kind of working at. So just bear with me, guys. I'm going to make the Stanley Cup experience for the Edmonton Oilers an amazing one for you guys. So enjoy the ride. What did you guys think of game 1? Because I'll be honest with you, it had its moments and it had its moments, if you know what I mean. First half of the game, I thought was amazing. Second half of the game, not so amazing. So I'm hoping that the Edmonton Oilers have cleaned up some of their defensive issues, because honestly, if they never had that 4-goal lead, this could have been very well game 1 going to LA. Because they creeped in pretty damn quick in game 1 and started closing in the doors. We'll get into that when we go into the scoring summary and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, let's do it. Let's dive into this. So we're going to start off with the Edmonton Oilers Kings game 1 review. A lot of good things, a lot of bad things. We'll get into that right now. So, with this game, I mean, 7-4 is not exactly the tightest of playoff games, if you ask me. I think having a 11-point or 11-goal game is not exactly a playoff caliber game. So there's a lot of stuff that needs to be cleaned up from both teams, for sure, by both teams. But right now we're talking about the Edmonton Oilers. And I mean, if they're going to count on McDavid to get 5 assists every single game throughout the playoffs, that's not going to happen. So they do know they have to clean up the defensive end of things. Because I'll be honest with you, I was a little disappointed with how they kind of let loose after about, I don't know, what was it, 30, maybe 35 minutes into the game. They kind of, I don't know. That was just my thought. So anyway, we'll get into the scoring summary. And it starts off with the Edmonton Oilers scoring first. And this would have been Zach Hyman getting his first of the year, or of the playoff year. Assists from Connor McDavid and Evan Bouchard, all first, obviously, because it's the first goal of the series. We go in a little bit later, and Adam Henrique, the acquisition that we got at the trade deadline, is already making a presence in this game, as he would score his first. This would be from Zach Hyman and Evan Bouchard, and that was at 9:36. We have a 2-0 game for Edmonton. Loving everything about it. Loving everything about it. The Oilers would make it 3-0 when Zach Hyman would get his second, assisted by Connor McDavid, his second assist of the game, and Adam Henrique's first assist. So Adam Henrique is on pace now to, a 1 goal, 1 assist. Same with McDavid. Like, a lot of these forwards are looking really good for the Edmonton Oilers. The Oilers would make it 4-0 when Ryan Nugent-Hopkins on the power play would get one from Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid had a big night, so I'm just going to state that right now. Connor McDavid had a very big night. Okay, finally, the LA Kings would respond, and this is when it started getting a little bit scary, because Mikey Anderson would get one from Drew Doughty and Victor Arvidsson. It's 4-1. No big deal. We still got 3-goal lead. But shortly after that, 7 minutes after that, the Kings would close within half as Adrian Kempe would get one from Quinton Byfield, 4-2. But here's where this is where the difference maker, I think, in the game really happened, is the fact that in the third period, Leon Draisaitl on the power play from Connor McDavid and Evan Bouchard making it 5-2. This was the difference maker. If you ask me, this was the difference maker because LA was starting to gain a little bit of a pulse, but then all of a sudden, boom, Leon Draisaitl knocks that pulse out. And I think that was if you remember the TSN turning point, I think that was the TSN turning point. I don't know if they still use that, but that was definitely the turning point of the game. Okay, so we'll go into, again, still in the third period at 6:17, Zach Hyman getting his third goal of the game, which is the Hattie, on the power play from Connor McDavid. This would be his 5th assist. Just an absolute crazy night from those two guys. And Evan Bouchard's 4th. Absolute nuts night. Now, I didn't quite get the number, but I'm hearing it was somewhere around 1,310 hats that were dropped onto the ice surface after Hyman got the hat trick goal. Like, it was a good lengthy, 5 to 7 minutes before they resumed play after cleaning up all these hats. Me personally, these are expensive hats, man. I'm not throwing these hats onto the ice. I'm sorry. I'll be a cheapskate. I love the Oilers, but I'm not going to spend $40 on a hat just to throw it on the ice unless it's in the Stanley Cup final. In the Stanley Cup final, I will do it. But yeah, it was crazy. Pierre-Luc Dubois would get one for the LA Kings, making it 6-3. And then the LA Kings would score another one from Trevor Moore, making it 6-4. But at this point in time, I'm feeling pretty good. Like, this is so late. And of course, we would get an empty netter from Warren Foegele. At 1934, the Oilers would clinch game 1, 7-4. Absolutely amazing outing. Let's hope that in, what are we talking about? In 50 minutes, literally 50 minutes, the Edmonton Oilers will take on the LA Kings for game 2. Let's hope we get a same result. Okay, so for the statistics, there were some numbers here that was definitely not regular for the regular season, because I was like, holy cow on some of these numbers. 45-37 for shots on goal in favor of the Edmonton Oilers. This is one of those things that, and I wish I had a button here on my board that, and I'm gonna have to put it on there, but I'm gonna go like, oh, like wow, or like this was crazy. 65-45 for hits by the LA Kings. And for Edmonton to have 45 hits is quite amazing. So yeah, when I saw that number, I'm like, holy cow, these guys are gonna wear each other. Like that's the one concern I have. Are they gonna wear each other out? And then when it go into second round and third round, like, but that's playoff hockey, man. That's what it's all about. Okay. The Oilers were 55.6 on the faceoff dot. Now I notice I didn't quite do the graphics right. You can see the skates are kind of interrupting, but that is actually the face-off win percentage. I kind of goofed on that. I apologize for that, but that is face-off win percentage. I should have had the face-off thing popping out a little bit more. My apologies. Okay. When it came to the Edmonton Oilers power play, the power play was alive. The power play was alive. 3 for 4, 75% on the power play. So this is an amazing thing. Because we know that the Edmonton Oilers power play has not been exactly stellar this year. And for them to score on 3 of 4, I have no problem with that. The penalty kill was also awesome. And the fact that the Oilers only allowed two penalties, or gave up only 2 penalties throughout that game, is pretty incredible too, because it was quite intense, quite a feel. And I have a feeling the game that we're going to see in game 2 tonight is going to be very, very similar. So the Oilers were perfect on the kill, 100%, 0 for 2, or 2 for 2. Actually, I should have wrote 2 for 2, but they didn't allow a goal. Block shots, 23-16 for the Edmonton Oilers. Now, we all know that this has been the Achilles heel of the Edmonton Oilers in the last 2 to 3 months. So yeah, they did very good on that. And it also, when you match it up to the actual shot totals, the Kings were only 36% on this block shot total, where the Oilers were 62%. So the Oilers actually did very, very good on this. Got to give them a thumbs up. My stars for this one, I'm going to give to Evan Bouchard. He had 4 assists. I have to give it to the obvious, you guys. I know this is going to be like, oh, well, yeah, that's kind of old news. Yeah, it is kind of old news. He had 4 assists. Got to give, and this is where I really, really debated. Do I give Zach Hyman the first star, or do I give Connor McDavid the first star? Well, I opted to give Zach Hyman the second star. I know it's a hat trick, and that's a huge, huge deal. But the fact that you got 5 assists in the game, to me, that's the workhorse. The guy that does the assists is the workhorse. How many of those were just tap-ins for Zach Hyman? So that's where I made the decision for Zach Hyman to be the number 1 star in this game. Bar none. Like, I mean, McDavid is like, wow. Like, I don't know. I'm just lost for words. I mean, if he can draw royalty, which we're going to get into, from different countries, yeah, it's a pretty big deal. Okay. So, getting back to the royalty factor, as there was some royalty in attendance. Now, I have a Polish background. I have to admit it. I was born and raised in a Polish family. Now, obviously, I was raised in Canada, so I don't consider myself a Polak, But, and I consider myself more of a Canadian, that being said, it was pretty cool to witness the fact that the Polish president was in attendance at game one. I thought was amazing. Apparently, he was visiting Trudeau to do some discussion talks, but went to visit the Alberta Premier. And because Edmonton, next to Toronto, has the highest community of Polish people in the country, they had discussions in that, and he ended up attending this game. And when I saw that, I contacted my mother. I'm like, Mom, do you realize like the Polish president? And she was like, she couldn't even believe it, that the Polish president was in town. So I thought that was a very cool moment to see a president from another nation coming to check out Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. That really is a big big example of the state that those two players bring to the Edmonton Oilers organization. When they can draw royalty from different countries and have them in your attendance. That I thought was crazy. So kudos to the Edmonton Oilers for being on the world stage. So yeah, I thought it was a big deal. I'm maybe because I am Polish or I have a Polish background, but I thought it was a huge deal. Okay, let's go around the league right now and see what's going on. But before I do that, before I go around the league, what I want to do is I want to, because this is going to be ending pretty soon, I want to advise you guys on the bracket challenge I have. Now, obviously, you guys know that Sportsnet is not doing their traditional you buy this player for X amount of points and blah, blah, blah. The traditional draft that they've done in previous years. So I have opted to go to the NHL Bracket Challenge. This will be the last time I advertise this because it's probably going to be shutting down as far as your opportunities go. I would love to have you guys aboard. The group name is Lubed. The password is Lenny after Connor McDavid's dog. All capital letters. Make your bracket how you think it's going to be and what games are. I think the first round has what games are going to be. How the series is going to go. Is it going to go 7, 6, 5 games, whatever. But I would love to have you guys aboard for that. It would be absolutely amazing. Scan that QR code and we will go forward on that. Okay, now we can go into around the league and we're going to check out what is going on with certain teams. Obviously, this is kind of the inaugural around the league. So some of the statistics are kind of like, oh, there's one player here, one player there, and no players there. But we're going to get a little bit better and better as we go. And when I can get you a little bit more statistics. So we're going to start off with the community poll. Before I get into that, how did you feel about the overall performance of last game? I have kind of mixed feelings about it personally, because I thought they played absolutely amazing for the first 30, 40 minutes of that game, and then they kind of let up off the wheel, and we can't have that happening tonight. They have to come ready and prepared and snatch game 2, take the series to 2-0, take it back to LA. Really just flaunted it in Will Ferrell's face. Yeah, they have to take it. So go to my community page. Again, there's another QR code to scan. I'll give you a direct hit to the QR or to my community page. If you're uncomfortable about doing that, just go into Lubed Community. And in regards to that, a few weeks ago, I asked you guys, what Western Conference team do you fear the most should the Edmonton Oilers cross paths with? 50% of you guys agree that the Vancouver Canucks is the worst possible option, which they're having their struggles with Nashville right now. So this could be very interesting. 25% is Dallas and 25% is Vegas. But getting back to Vancouver, I mean, Thatcher Demko apparently is now out for that whole series. That's a big, big hit to the Vancouver Canucks. And what I've seen out of Nashville in the first two games, like I'm gonna be honest with you guys, on my bracket challenge, I had them getting swept by. I had the Vancouver Canucks sweeping the Nashville Predators. That obviously is not going to be the case. Nashville is surprisingly good. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I never thought I would see it. That being said, Casey DeSmith is kind of shades of some of the days that we had with Stuart Skinner letting in, or even Jack Campbell. I wouldn't say Stuart Skinner, but I would say more like Jack Campbell letting in 3-4 goals on 13 shots. And that's not this time of year. You can't have that. All right, we're going to take a look. So the Dallas Stars are currently, and they're about to start their game, I guess, game 2, but they lead that series 1-0. Ryan Suter is a +2. That's the only stat I can dig up that was of any meaning. So Ryan Suter has been playing very well. However, the Vegas Golden Knights lead that series. So we'll see what happens tonight. When it comes to the Avalanche and the Winnipeg Jets, that series is tied 1-1. Kyle Connor has 3 points. Kyle Connor has 2 goals. Adam Laurie has 2 goals. Brendan Dillon is a +3. So there's a lot of effective Winnipeg Jets players. I think Winnipeg is going to take that series. Like, they've had Colorado's number all year round. I just, my heart is saying that Winnipeg is going to take that series. Vancouver and Nashville. This is a very interesting one. This series is now tied 1-1. And I have to admit, I watched last night's game and I watched that yawning cage that Elias Peterson or whatever missed. And I was like, are you kidding me? That, I think, would have been a game changer. If that puck would have went in the net, it could have been a totally different result. However, the Canucks and Nashville are tied 1 game apiece. They play tomorrow. Dakota Joshua, 2 goals. The Toronto Maple Leafs are currently playing right now. I don't know what the score is right now, but prior to today's game, they are playing right now. I wonder if I won't even bother whipping it up. But prior to today's game, the series was tied 1 game apiece. Jake DeBrusk really looking good. 4 points. Jake DeBrusk, 2 goals. Jeremy Swayman, a .972 save percentage. So, like Marchand isn't even on here. Pasternak isn't even on here. And eventually they will be on this board. I mean, we're only after game 1, so it is kind of in its inauguration of me doing these stats and that. This is going to be an interesting series. Toronto has had their trouble with the Boston Bruins for eternity. And can they actually finally find a way to beat the Bruin? I don't know. This is probably the most intriguing NHL series that there is, other than this one. Florida and Tampa. And Florida right now is leading that series 2-0. Andre Vasilevsky with a .962 save percentage. The defending by the Tampa Bay Lightning is lights out good. But not good enough. Not good enough. The Panthers are getting goals from, from not exactly the notables, just from their secondary scoring. I guess Verhaeghe is one of the notables. I think he got a couple goals, but yeah, this is a very interesting series. I think it's only the third time, and it's the third in 4 years that they've played each other since the two franchises have been in the league. So for so many years, they never. So this is now, I guess, equivalent to the Battle of Alberta, but we'll call it the Battle of Florida. This is gonna be an interesting series. I think there is still a lot of muster in the Tampa Bay Lightning team. However, if Florida wins the next game, it's over. This series is done. Carolina and the New York Islanders. Carolina leads this series 2-0. Brady Shea, a +4. Jack Drury, a +3. Yeah, I can't see Islanders winning this series. I just can't. I have actually Carolina going to the final against the Oilers in my bracket. But that's how I feel about that one. I should be revealing my bracket secrets. Rangers and the Capitals. I think Rangers is going to win this. One of my guys at work told me that Ovi has only something like 1 or 2 shots on goal so far this series. So there's obviously, if that's the case, Rangers are going to totally wipe them out. Igor Shesterkin, 952 save percentage. I can't see Washington passing the New York Rangers in this one. Okay, and we are done with those slides. So that means we are into the Edmonton Oilers, Los Angeles Kings Game 2 preview. I think the Los Angeles Kings are going to bring it tonight. I really have a strong feeling that this series, I'm hoping it won't be, but I think it might be tied. Because you got to think, Los Angeles, I mean, they got so many weapons and so many threats. And we're going to discuss those weapons and threats as we get into this discussion. So the lineups that I have here is basically from yesterday. I don't know if they switched it up. But this is basically your first line combos for the LA Kings. And your defensive pairings and your tenders, as Talbot will be starting and Riddick will be backing up. Obviously, Phoenix Copley is still dealing with an injury, so he is likely not to see the playoffs this year. I don't know exactly what his status is, but yeah, that's from a day ago. Now, I don't know if it has changed since then, but I was trying to get my graphics ready yesterday. That's why I did not go on live. I know I posted the thumbnail for yesterday at 6 p.m. I was like, there's just too much work that needed to be done. In the last 10 games, the Edmonton Oilers have got to control Adrian Kemp, who has 6 goals and 8 assists. They got to control Victor Arvidsson with 5 goals and 6 assists. Trevor Moore, 6 goals, 3 assists. Kevin Fiala, 5 goals, 3 assists. And then Drew Doughty, 1 goal, 5 assists. Those are the guys that they have to really, really focus on tonight and really contain that firepower. Other than that, that's pretty much all the LA Kings have. If the Oilers can contain those 5 players, they're going to win this game. But, well, they'll win this game as long as we get average to really good goaltending. So yeah, that is the primary focus. I'm sure that it's been addressed in their meetings and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's what they need to do. Okay, guys, we're going to go into final thoughts. comments. As I'm going to just keep that schedule posted all the way. Now, ignore the April 21st. I'm actually going to delete that April 21st because this is just basically the schedule of this round. And then the next round, I will do another schedule. That's how I'm just going to leave it. I am no longer going to be doing the playoff race because the playoff race is over. Everyone is now settled in and the playoffs are underway. And like I say, it's the best time of year. So we'll see what happens here going on. As I look at this, I really question that Dallas and Vegas. And when going into this, I looked at, I think Dallas should be able to take out Vegas. But now I'm starting to question it. Vancouver, again, same thing. I thought, you know what? Vancouver should have no problem taking out Nashville. And we're seeing that. Colorado, Winnipeg. I still feel Winnipeg will take that series. They had a bit of a bump. And then I think Edmonton will take LA. Like, I know maybe I'm just a homer, but I can't see the Oilers losing to the Kings. Not in this round anyway. Just check out. Okay. So yeah, we are literally 28 minutes from the game. If you guys are witnessing this for the very first time and like the content that I deliver, feel free to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And pound that like, share, subscribe button. Everyone says pound. I don't know why. Just touch it. I don't care. Just subscribe. That's all I want you guys to do. Just subscribe. It would definitely do me a service. Those of you who have been with me through thick and thin and loyal Edmonton Oiler Nation fans, stick to it. These boys will get it done. These boys will get that cup. I honestly believe it. Other than that, guys, I'm out of here. We will see you on Friday for the pregame of Game 3. Enjoy the game. I know I'm ready to. As soon as I get off, I'm ordering my pizza and I'm going to enjoy the night. You guys have yourself an amazing evening.